Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome to the video. So today I want to talk about something that I've personally struggled with a lot in my life so far. And if you click on this video, maybe you struggle with it too. So I want to kind of share some tips that have helped me and hopefully they'll help you as well. So this issue is comparing yourself to others. Now I do this incessantly. I used to do it a lot worse than I currently do it, but I'm by no means perfect. So just a little bit of background on me. My name is Max, I live in Los Angeles, and I'm an aspiring actor and filmmaker. So you can imagine, as me being an aspiring actor and filmmaker in Los Angeles, there's a big pool of people that I can compare myself to. And so not only do I compare myself to like friends of mine and peers of mine who are in the business, I'll also compare myself to like ridiculous things like celebrities.
Now how come Brad Pitt's so successful? What about me?
Oh yeah, you guys are totally the same.
What's that supposed to mean?
So let me give you an example. So my favorite director is Quentin Tarantino, and so I would literally sit down, I'll Google, how old was Quentin Tarantino when he made his first film, Reservoir Dogs? The answer is he was 29 years old. Now, me being 26 years old, this presents a little bit of a problem because that means I basically essentially have 3 years to write, direct, and act in my first feature film that's going to become the most talked about movie at Sundance, and that's going to propel my career, right? So by that logic, it's very easy to see how I can start going in a negative spiral.
So he didn't make his first movie by the time he was 29, so now he's eating people.
Gotcha.
So if you've kind of gone through a similar thing, and maybe you're not comparing yourself to celebrities, but maybe you're comparing yourself to people on social media, or you're comparing yourself to your friends, or you're comparing yourself to other people on YouTube, whatever it is, if you compare yourself to others and you think you suck and you're falling behind in life, just know you do not suck and you're not falling behind, and here's why. The first thing is everybody has their own unique story and a custom timeline that's tailor-fit to their lives. So what I mean by that is that everybody's story is different and they will therefore achieve success at different points in their lives. So let's take the example of Quentin Tarantino, right? So he may have been 29 when he made his first film, but not long before that, he wasn't that far along in his filmmaking career. I mean, he was working at a video store called Video Archives, where he would basically sell movies and watch movies all day. He even said himself, like, he had a comfortable life. It's a life that put him to sleep at night. And so he wasn't doing all of that much. However, he had one meeting that altered the course of his entire career. And so what that meeting was is that he went to a friend's barbecue where he met producer Lawrence Bender. Now, that meeting was not only instrumental in the success of Tarantino, but it was also instrumental in the success of Lawrence Bender. Now, Tarantino at the time, he had written 2 scripts. He wrote Natural Born Killers and he wrote True Romance, but he wasn't a filmmaker, which is what he ultimately wanted to do. And Lawrence Bender, from what I understand, he had produced a movie before, but he hadn't had a lot of success and he was kind of on the outs. He was kind of demotivated and he was thinking of leaving Hollywood. But when Lawrence Bender met Quentin Tarantino, he noticed Tarantino's fire and passion for filmmaking, and it kind of reignited the fire in Lawrence Bender as well. So Lawrence Bender took an interest in Tarantino, took an interest in his ideas, heard his pitch for Reservoir Dogs, and then wanted to do everything to get Reservoir Dogs made. Tarantino then wrote the script in 3.5 weeks. Lawrence Bender sent it around to everybody. He also sent it to his acting teacher, who then sent it to Harvey Keitel, who attached himself to the script, and the movie was on their way, right? Now, you'll notice there's a lot of random stuff there that needed to happen so that Quentin Tarantino got his film made.
Want to produce my movie?
Sure.
Can you get Harvey Keitel?
Yeah.
Great.
If he hadn't gone to that barbecue, who knows what would have happened to Reservoir Dogs? It would probably just been an idea that remained in his head, or he may have written it down but hadn't been able to find a producer, and it would have just become one of those unsold Hollywood scripts like most of them. So that kind of begs the question, what's going to be the random moment in your life that's going to change the course of your career? Why would you be down on yourself now if you know that your life can change on a dime in a couple years' time, next week, tomorrow? You don't know. And so since you don't have control over what happens in the future, all you can control is what you're doing right now. So my advice would be Do one thing a day, just one goddamn thing every single day that will bring you closer to your overall goal. And if you do that, if you do one thing a day, you can rest easy knowing that you're doing something. And then if anything happens in the future that accelerates your success, great. If not, by doing one thing a day, you will ultimately get there. And the other thing that I kind of want to stress is take pride in your journey. If you're not where you want to be, that's actually a great thing, because you know what it feels like not to be where you want to be. You know what it feels like to encounter real life struggle. You have real life experience. So when you do become successful, you're going to be much more motivational to others and much more inspirational to others. Think about all the inspirational stories out there, all the success stories. None of them was a linear, I did this, I did that, and then poof, I was successful. No, what's inspirational is when you hear somebody who encountered struggle after struggle after struggle for years, but kept going at it, kept doing something every day, kept pushing towards their goal and ultimately achieved it. Those are the inspirational stories. So if you're not where you want to be, you're encountering these obstacles right now. You're in that moment of struggle that's going to make your success story that much more inspirational to others. And so you'll know that once you get there, you're going to be much more proud of yourself then, and you're not going to change, and you're not going to want to change the past for anything. So take pride in your struggle right now. And then my final thought that I'd like to leave you with is that I personally believe that everything happens for a reason. If you haven't reached success yet, maybe that means that you're not meant to reach it yet. Maybe you're not ready for it. Maybe you need to go through these obstacles, go through the years of pain and suffering, or go through these years of struggle, so that once you do achieve success, you're a stronger person and you'll be ready to maximize your opportunities then. So just know that life has something in store for you, and be patient and you will achieve it. So just every day, do one thing that brings you closer to your goal. Don't worry about the future, because it's full of random moments that you can't control. All you can control is what you're doing now. Don't worry about the past, because you can't change it, and hindsight is 20/20. And know that you can take pride in your struggle and take pride in your journey now, because ultimately, once you do achieve success, you wouldn't trade it. Other people will be able to see your story, be inspired by it, and achieve their dreams. So anyway, those are the basic tips that have helped me, the mindset tricks that have kind of helped me overcome this comparing myself to others incessantly. Obviously, I'm not perfect. I don't want to pretend like I'm perfect. I don't want to pretend like I have all the answers. I know it's easy to look at some YouTube videos and think that, oh, they're giving advice that they must know. I want to wipe the slate clean. I don't know. This is just things that I've picked up by going through this. These are things that I'm telling myself that have helped me, and hopefully they'll be able to help you as well. So if they did help you, please make sure, or please consider subscribing below. It really does help the algorithm, and it helps me keep motivated to keep making these videos. And as usual, if there's anything that resonated with you or anything you want to discuss, please leave it in the comments. I will absolutely respond to you. And thank you so much to everybody who's tuned in so far. If you've watched the video all the way through, that really means a lot to me. I'm very glad you stuck with it, and I'm looking forward to keep making videos for you guys. So anyway, thanks again, good luck, and see you in the next one.